Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go on EA Sports. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by Gardner Minshew, sixth-round selection in 2019 out of Washington State.
And no excitement, unless you're on the defensive team of last week, in his numbers. Because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So, I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets. And bottom line, how do they get a win?
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Minshew, that's going to be caught. It's Jakobi Meyers. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down, 3 yards in the wrong direction.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line. But I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels. Because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. So here come the Texans now for their first drive. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd.
We talked about prior to the game, and it played out right there on the first play, didn't it? This offensive line is going to have his hands full all night long.
Well, you often speak of scripts to start a game. Does this mean that play number 2, they're going to go off the script a little bit?
Yeah, what's interesting is that most people, when they script now, they actually script those contingencies in, okay, in case they can't run the play they want to. It's long distance now. Let's go to that play.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Adams. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. Looking to throw. Adams. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. DeForest Buckner in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leadership, and leadership's got to spin it into a positive and make it an advantage for them. Yes, we're in a losing streak. Yes, no one thinks we can win, but we have the resources we need right here in this room. Let's go ahead and play better. Let's hang together and shock the world a little bit. Put it all together, they've got a chance of coming out with a W.
The numbers for him from a week ago, 17 carries, 131 yards, and also the score.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well. And
you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins. And they're hoping to do it consistently here. 1st and 10, Taylor now. Shifts past him at the 45. And this is going to be a Colts first down as good running gets him to about the 44. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful. And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there. Minshew's throw into the hands of Pittman here. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll go play action here with Minshew. He finds his man, complete. That's Pierce. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Now that's into the hands of Mo Alley-Cox, the tight end. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Minshew. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free. It'll be Minshew again. Now Minshew has it knocked out. Fumble. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it. Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit. And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good. Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can. So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. And they are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD, when you take a losing streak into a quick turnaround game like this? It certainly is, because you don't get time to work on the issues that you've had throughout the season that caused you to have the record that you're having. You can't really get those set. So now you're trying to minimize those and maximize what you've been doing well. And I remember a game recently where one of the assistant coaches said to the head coach, forget our running back rotation. This guy has a hot hand, and they rode him to a victory. Those are things you have to look out for in games like this. Now Adams to throw on 2nd down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 10 catches, 66 yards. And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game. Pretty nice work defensively there on the 1st down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. Adams from the gun on 3rd down. It's caught. Tolbert. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Here's Adams throwing on 1st down. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this one is incomplete. These two teams, they met in Houston earlier in the season with the Texans coming out on top. So if they can find a way to win here in Indianapolis, they would take the season series 2-0. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 31-yard line.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. From the gun, Adams. His throw incomplete. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9. And they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. Back to throw. Adams. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. With touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Texans have taken the early lead. This is a crew, they've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really have. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
On 2nd down now, it's Taylor. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And all the way down inside the 25 before he's out of bounds. 75 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Minshew, 1st and 10. Open man right side, Myers. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Working with his 2nd and 4. Here's Minshew. Out of his hands quickly to Pittman. And the Colts are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. Now Minshew. Touchdown Colts. Michael Pittman, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. call is to go for one and kick the extra point. And oh, it's blocked. The Texans have got it. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. But he is finally run down. Would have been two if he'd made it all the way, but instead, simply a missed extra point.
You and I have not met a coaching staff yet that likes to coach negative situations. You know, even plant that in their head. But you have to work on what happens if you get an extra point blocked, because now they can pick it up and return it for 2 points. You have to go over that.
Nice job to get back there and make the tackle, preventing them from getting all the way. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Houston set to take over. And they are a game under 500 now following the loss a week ago. And this is a team, Charles, that just has not been able to string victories together.
Yeah, they're certainly going the wrong way, aren't they? Because it looked like they had things pointing in the right direction, but now they've lost 2 straight, and that means this game is vital, extremely important, because if they fall 2 games below 500, the road back into playoff contention, awfully difficult.
2nd and 2. Now a handoff for Dobbins. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
What an advantage having a elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. Still going. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Dobbins running out of the gun. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Little. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Here's a give to Dobbins. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Well, they try to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down. Adams now to throw on 3rd down. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Now Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense retakes center stage. And he's sure looking like a lock for a 1,000-yard season. Don't know if he's going to get it in this game, but he'd probably like to, just to get past that point.
Yeah, and if he doesn't, as you noted, There's still time, still opportunity. There's still more games to be played. So, yeah, it's not a lot. But barring injury, it certainly looks like he's going to get there. And what an accomplishment that is. Anytime you get over 1,000 yards, you're celebrated in the NFL.
It's been quite a season. Still a couple chapters left in that book, though. And Minshew with nowhere to go, and they take him to the ground. Grady Jarrett make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Minshew sets to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Jadeveon Clowney, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
And here's Joseph Charlton now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And a fair catch taken here right at about the 40-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
Yeah, he'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you're probably going to have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. Now Adams on 1st and 10. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
That's it, baby.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
2nd down and 4. Now a carry for Dobbins. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. Looking to throw. Adams. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
Tucker's kick is good. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
Here we go.
The Colts getting another possession here on offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there. Couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up fourth down. The Colts send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Operating from the gun, Adams. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. On third down, here's Dobbins. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense retakes center stage. And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Couldn't do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there and get it in your rearview mirror.
You really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant, and you wonder about play calling as well. Do you want to call plays to get that out of the way, or are you still calling plays to win the game first? That becomes the burden of the play caller.
Looking to throw it. Minshew. Open man is Myers. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Now back to throw. That's going to be caught by Allie Cox. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll set up to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Pierce. Throwing again on second down. Minshew. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. He'll check this one down to Taylor. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up fourth down. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So we have reached halftime here. It's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, guys, thanks very much. We'll get back with you shortly. But first, let's take a look at what's coming up this weekend around the NFL. In the early window, lots of good matchups to choose from. We'll highlight the game in Detroit, a big one for the Lions, as they'll have to do battle with the Tennessee Titans. Then later, they'll let the humidity die down just a bit in Jacksonville, a late start, where it'll be the Jaguars taking on the Miami Dolphins. And finally, a good one scheduled for Sunday Night Football between the Washington Football Team and the Dallas Cowboys. Moving on, let's take a look at the next-gen stats for the Texans in that first half. And even though they've got the lead, they're likely going over ways they can improve the running game, as they didn't find a whole lot of success in those first 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Colts, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football, and they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Here's Isaiah Rodgers to return, and he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. And the Texans getting ready to go here to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime. As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Adams. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. From the gun, Adams. That's caught left side by the tight end, Jordan. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. They'll look to throw again. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. 4 yards remain for second down. Again, he'll drop to throw. To the sideline, and oh, that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the first down. Back to throw again. And it's caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
And they ran just a little underneath route here on 1st and goal, but there's really not a whole lot of room to operate this close to the goal line. He's just not able to get loose after the catch.
Second and goal from the 1. Looking to throw. Adams. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Tucker with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Mike 46. Mike 46.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. And they got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. Off the option, here's Taylor. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The Colts send out their punter as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty.
Personal foul, roughing and kicking, defense.
Hey, man, let's play our game.
So the extra point good, and the roughing call going to move the ball out to the 50 for the kickoff.
And I think this is a good chance to pin them deep if you can land the kickoff inside the 5-yard line or so. Gain some field position for your defense.
So a big break. The roughing the kicker called on 4th down leads to 1st and 10. Running left, Taylor. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll look to throw. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense. As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun is Minshew. That's complete into the hands of Myers.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Off play action, it's Minshew. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. On 2nd and 10, it's Minshew. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Jadeveon Clowney, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Minshew to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Blanketed coverage by Houston. Makes it 4th down. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football.
When that ball was snapped, they were counting on it being now a one-possession game. Instead, the block occurs. That changes the whole mindset for them. And if you're the guys who just blocked it, you're floating off the field right now. Big-time play.
Yeah, big-time play. Could have been a one-score game. Instead, it stays 2 scores. Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the 3rd quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line-wise for your coach? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts. When I played in college,
the Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. DeForest Buckner racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now Dobbins gets around him. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Now Adams to throw. On 3rd down. He's going to loft one deep left side here.
And a high throw there as this is knocked away down to the ground and incomplete.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly.
Now Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense retake center stage.
And there are the numbers. Got off to that torrid hot start. We thought he was in for maybe a career day. Not the case.
No doubt about it. It almost looks like a misprint after what we saw in the first half. But let's give a little bit of credit to the guys on our side of the ball. They went in at halftime, made a few adjustments. And you know what else? They didn't lose their confidence in their ability to play. Because a lot of times you get beat down in the first half. It gets ugly in the second half. They've come out with a new resolve and a renewed determination.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
A third down now, and those last two plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time has run out on this third quarter of play. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Indianapolis. It's the Colts, so they've got the football, but they've got work to do, trailing here as we begin the fourth quarter. The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. Yeah, that'll cross midfield here, not by much. Out of bounds just on the other side of the 50. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. It's caught. Tolbert. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw. Adams got this into the hands of the tight end, Jordan. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Another nice pickup through the air. And I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon. But with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Adams on first down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throw left side complete. That's Little. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds.
Partner, I like
Frank Reich not so sure about that last call. He's going to go ahead and throw out the challenge flag. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
That's it, baby. We go.
So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Dobbins once more.
Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun, Adams. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year.
And the Texans look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead.
He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the 4th quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like 4th quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Indianapolis offense ready to go again. And it's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Throwing on first down is Minshew. He finds his man, complete. It's Pierce. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Here's Minshew. He finds his man, complete. It's Myers. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 46. The throw over the middle, taken in. 7 yards to pick up there. 3 yards remain for second down. Again, Minshew looking to throw. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
That's something we have not seen him do to this point, and that's take the ball, tuck it, and run.
Exactly right. His first carry of the game. I guess he picked a good time to do it.
He certainly did. Not only did he have the element of surprise, he's making sure he's judicious in taking off.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Minshew sets to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Pierce. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up for the 1st and goal.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry.
It's a jet sweep. This is Pittman. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And he's got it. Touchdown. Kylen Granson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Colts have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them at the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Now the try here for the extra point. And this time he gets it to go as it is up and good. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it culminates in an Indianapolis touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. And here comes the Texans now. If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed. Here's Adams throwing on first down. He's going to float this one deep right side.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the four fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the four fingers for a 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there.
Here we go. Here we go.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. If they continue to throw these safe passes, who can blame them?
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Adams now on 1st and 10.
He'll dump this off complete to Dobbins.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd and goal. Off play action. Adams nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got it 3rd and goal here as they try to finish off their victory.
They'll try to run with Dobbins. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that will get the lead up to 14. So they settle for just the 3. But clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off. But they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
So the Colts now down on the scoreboard. At time, a huge factor. Now their losing streak in danger of continuing as they come up on 1st down.
Here's Minshew.
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line.
Minshew.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off near the 34. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Man, that ain't make no sense.
So now it appears they're going to accept the penalty, which means take away the interception. Also means keep your defense on the field. Don't understand this one one bit.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Now Minshew.
Hits his target, the tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game,
Wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
And this pass broken up. But the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
On 4th down, Minshew. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this Texans defense stands tall. Well, they had to take one final shot at the end zone, but now things are looking really bleak.
And I agree with that totally. You had to take the shot if they did score. You know, whether you call it a miracle or not, you line up, onside kick, get the ball back, throw one more in the end zone, who knows? Had to take the chance, it just was unsuccessful.
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here, 2nd down. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. And they will take a knee here. And that knee will do it. So they snap the losing streak. Always a good feeling.
Yeah, I don't know if this one right here when they're taking a knee is as much exultation as exhalation, right? They just breathe a sigh of relief. Finally got a win. Needed one desperately.
So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And you look back over the score sheet. Interesting. A very clean game. No turnover.